All right, folks, we are back. It is Wednesday, halfway through the week, which means almost halfway through this challenge. In fact, we will be right there after this board. And we are playing match points against this robot. And it feels like, again, we have one bad board and the rest of them are probably going to be okay. The first board we might have been able to take an extra trick on if we guess correctly. But I don't know. It seems like 3 and 4 are really good, and board 1 is like a question mark. Board 2, yeah, pretty ugly. But here, a no trouble opening bid that we are going to have an easy time making here. Perfect stuff right in our wheelhouse, and we'll see what partner does. Ooh, we just get to play one no trump. My favorite contract. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, they get off to a pretty reasonable lead against us, but take a moment, count your winners, and make a plan for this hand, folks. And again, as always, you need more time, just press pause. I'm going to go relatively quickly, although I've looked at the times for the first couple of videos. I've been a little long-winded this week. I feel like it's my health is back to somewhat normal, so I feel like I'm shot out of a cannon here. So I'm a little verbose, but I feel like we're getting some good work done this week. And so here, I would count 6 winners. However, and what I would count here is 3 diamonds, 2 clubs for 5, and a spade for 6. However, it looks like we're going to have 4 diamonds almost always, right? Not a guarantee, but if you wanted to say, okay, I feel like I have 7, I wouldn't necessarily disagree with you, right? So we're so likely to get that. However, we want to be greedy, right? They've gotten off to a really good lead because they're going to possibly void us of stoppers in this suit before we have a chance to do any damage elsewhere. But we're going to make one attempt at getting extra tricks here. So here, I kind of want to discourage clubs from being led, so I'm going to win the king to kind of make it seem like I have a stronger position. If I won the ace, they might think partner has the king. So here, I don't want a club return, but also I don't know if I'm that happy with a heart, even though that couldn't be too bad. If I'm playing realistically, folks, I like to make this play in diamonds low, and when they play low, I always play the queen. All right, and this is just so I'm depriving the opponents of information. The mistake I see so often in this situation when people lead low towards this, when they have the king, they'll play the ace because it doesn't matter to them. But we don't know that. If I'm sitting east, I have no idea you have the king of diamonds, right? So when I get to do this, when I play low to the queen, I'm still keeping them a little bit in the dark in situations like that. Like, hey, I'm just taking that finesse. Ooh, it won, right? So now east may just think, oh, my partner has the king of diamonds over there. They won't. I mean, a good player will say, well, Declare is going to do this anyway. But still, it's not 100%. If I play low to the ace, it's clear I don't have the king, right? Because I didn't take an absolutely normal finesse, right? So at this point, I'm still keeping them somewhat in the dark, and I'm crossing over there so I can lead a spade. Now, I might be unzipping the hand a little bit here, because I'm playing the second suit. I've already played a low diamond to the queen, and now I'm playing a spade back to my hand. They might figure out to play some hearts here, which might not be that terrible for us. If you think about it, we only have 9 tricks. So we can we only have 7 tricks on our best day as long as diamonds are behaving. So really, we could lose 6 and still be okay. So don't be afraid to lose those tricks. We're opening ourselves up to losing a bunch of hearts here. But we still have room to deal with, right? This is not a disaster. So at this point, I'm going to play the 9. I'm going to play low from my hand. Here's our double finesse, or at least one of those. And now they figured something out. Okay. Let's play some hearts. Love seeing that 9 of hearts. That means we absolutely will always have a heart trick. And yes, the robot comes through. All right, beautiful. Here comes. Let's go, robot. Now they're just setting up spade tricks for us. And the 9 of hearts was really nice over there. As bad as this seemed, right? This is the trick before. The trick before this, when they cash their heart and we see the 9. Now we know the worst they can do is cash the king and the queen. And then our 8 of hearts will end up promoting into a trick. But that spooked West for some reason when they saw the 9 of hearts. So they switched to a spade. And now our going for extra tricks is going to really pay off because we're going to cash spades. I'm going to cash spades here because just in case diamonds aren't breaking, I want to give them the opportunity to get this wrong. Okay. And I'm also just messing around in the club suit as well. I don't have to pitch that there. But now I'm going to play a diamond to the ace. We're going to see that the diamond suit is breaking evenly. And now we're just going to hope they do something really weird. They're not going to. In fact, it would really weird would be like not in the realm of possibility. But at this point, we're just going to concede our tricks here. And we will take plus 150 on a board like this. I mean, when you are starting off with 6, maybe 7 winners, and you get to 9, especially when you have a wide open suit like that heart suit there, you're having a good run there. So you take it. And the key to this is the moment you have to recognize, hey, I only have 7 tricks, which means if I take all my tricks at this point, I'm going to lose 6. So why not take an opportunity, right? If this spade play, once I get over to dummy, if this spade play, it loses. If the best they can do from this moment, right? The best they can do is lead a low heart, but they're not going to do that. When they play their ace, they kind of blocked up the suit. But here, even if they get this right, let's say they get all 4 heart tricks somehow, right? Let's say this is divided in a different way. Or even if they get 5 heart tricks from here, right? You're still at making 1. So recognize this is not a huge risk, right? This is just an attempt to gain extra tricks when it's working well for you. The better play by them, obviously, is to just exit a club. They can't know that because the club puts maximum pressure on us because now we're wide open in 2 suits, right? We're wide open in hearts and in clubs, and we only started with 4 clubs. So super danger, we're taking our 7 tricks. Here, they just gave us time, and honestly, they booted the spade suit on themselves as well, so too bad. All right, let's jump back to this hand and take a look. Another sexy suited hand here. 10 cards in the majors. Always open your highest suit, guys. 5-5, no matter what your situation is. Overcalls, openers, responders. If you're 5-5, you bid your highest ranking suit first, always. And then you try to bid your lowest ranking suit a couple of times. Here they bid 3 diamonds. We're going to bid 3 hearts, and we're showing 4+ hearts, but we would guess, I think this is forcing, I hope. We would guess partner is going to take this for only 4, but we might get a chance to bid 4 hearts afterwards. And here, the question now becomes, do we play 3-no here? Like, how good are our partner's clubs? Which is the better place to play? And what's partner's major suit holdings? We don't know. God, this is tough. Right, 3-no trump might be the best match point score, especially if they just have 6 diamonds and 4 clubs, right? And they're like 1-2 in the majors. However, I mean, playing in hearts or spades might just be our best possible spot. The problem is if they just have like ace, king, queen, 7, the diamonds, we would just love to just sit back and play 3-no trump. It's really tough spots here. I mean, that's what I'm thinking always when partner does this. And let's recognize, I forgot to just alert you to what 3 diamonds is. It's invitational with 6+ cards. And this is a good way to play it if you're not playing like Bergen or something like that, because these are the tough hands. What do you do with like ace, king, jack, 10, 7th of diamonds and not much else, or maybe an outside queen or something? Can you game for us? Should you? Well, you have these bids for that sort of situation. God, I haven't seen the robot do this often enough to have them on a really tight range of hands. I mean, look at my sources of tricks too. I mean, I have sources of tricks in both these major suits. For no trump, this could be solid. The problem is we're so bad if partner just tables like some sort of, I don't know, 2-3-6-2 hands, with 2 clubs. The opponents haven't bid anything, but they're vulnerable, and we have probably the nuts of the values on this hand. Oh my God, I hate this. All right. I feel like flipping a coin and bidding 4 hearts, but we're going to give 3-no trump a shot. I mean, it's the robots. Let's play no trump. Let's hope partner has clubs. Okay, perfect. Love it. Love this hand, right? This is amazing. We're ecstatic to see this. We have terrible entry problems, but let's count our winners first. We have, looks like we will be able to take 6 diamonds. A club is 7. And 2 spades is 9. Everyone see what I'm talking about? This is an interesting hand because, again, we get to talk about this once again. Misfits play terribly. Misfits always play worse than what you think your values are suggesting. Here, though, our spots are so good on both sides of the table that we can reliably assume that if we lose a diamond, we may not lose a diamond, but we're likely to lose it in this situation. We will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 7 diamonds. We already have the ace of clubs. That's 7. We're not taking it yet, but that's a 7th winner. We have 2 spades for 9. We have to recognize we're never getting back to the dummy possibly before this hand is over. So we have to take our 2 spades now. And watch why the better lead for them would have been we pray for a club on this hand, because now we maintain an entry to this dummy, and we would just bang down diamonds from the top at the beginning. But here, we're in a spot where they're bleeding our entry off right away, and if we counter our winners, I expect us to take 9 if I take these 2 spades. The other side of this equation is, okay, if I play the ace king of spades, can the opponents get to 5 winners before I get to 9? And the answer is no. And that's because the most they can take is the queen jack of spades and the ace of hearts, right? And the diamond, right? That's 4. So I'm going to take my 9 tricks, and I'm going to hope it's enough. Ace of spades, king of spades. I'll pitch a club. Really would love to have seen the queen or the jack there. And now I'm going to play the jack of diamonds, and we're going to get to a situation we saw earlier. This is an absolute must. We have to win this trick in our hand, right? We have to overtake this jack in order to make sure that, because honestly, if he had the king to our right, the best play ever is ducking it, because now we don't have diamonds set up, and we have to burn the only entry to this hand. So we're going to play the queen of diamonds, and then we're going to bang down the ace, and we're going to see it's not breaking, but we don't care, right? There's our 10 of diamonds. We're going to pitch a heart. We're going to just protect spades just in case, right? If they take the queen jack. I just want to have that stopper over there for them. And here we go. There's 1. There's 2. The best thing, let's have them exit that spade there. Give us the spade and we'll be done. Not too good. All right, so now there's our entry. We just kept that in our hand. And now we're going to bang down every diamond in the book. And here, if you want to mess with your opponents at the table, this is how I would play hearts. I would just pitch all the hearts away and make them think, hey, I'm holding on to something when they're not counting. Obviously, if you're counting, no one's ever going to get rid of this heart. But here, we did well to take 9 tricks, and I think that's a pretty good one, right? Again, we knew enough or guessed enough to stay out of it's tempting to bid 4 hearts with this hand, I'm not going to lie. But we knew enough to just let them play 3 no trump, and we also knew enough to count our winners or at least plan our play before we played to trick 1, or more importantly, trick 2. If you don't take the king of spades, I'm not going to say you're going to go down, right? Because to be honest, another reasonable line here is just to win the ace of spades and then plunk the jack of diamonds on the table, do exactly what we did, and then just exit a heart, towards the end. But here you're dealing with making a whole bunch of pitches, and it's just best to just get to your 9, right? And honestly, it didn't mean you weren't going to take more. If the robots get some things wrong, you will. It'll be interesting to see what they do. They might take more tricks just double dummy style, and maybe if they do just win the ace of spades and lead the jack of diamonds without cashing their potential 9th trick, maybe they can end up scraping together a better result. But I'm happy with how we actually played this one, and certainly happy with board 5. So we will keep plugging along tomorrow, which is Thursday. And don't forget, guys, today we have a no trump bidding lesson on bridgelesson.com. And when I say today, I mean March 30th of 2022. And here you can see it right here. It is an auction class where you're just going to get a ton of decisions to make after your side is open 1 no trump. So we're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff. And don't worry, if you're seeing this 2 days or 2 years from now, this lesson will still be there for you to go check out. It is great. It is cheap at $10. You get a full 90-minute lesson from yours truly, along with notes and a whole bunch of practice questions. So it is a great real world circumstance where you get to make your mistakes in a safe environment so you can go out there and crush it at those tables when you're playing real bridge. So I hope to either see you in this class or right back here tomorrow for day 4 of our 21st challenge with the robots. Here's where we're starting off. Not as exciting as a hand as we've seen in this last few, guys, but I'm sure we can still get into some trouble with it. So 4 boards left, guys. I'll see you for them. Take care.